And that's the special plane carrying the 8 pre-cats from Namibia to India, arriving any moment at Gwalior International Airport. These are the first glimpse on India today. Right behind me, that's the special Boeing 747, which travel 11 hours non-stop from Namibia to India and is arriving now at Gwalior International Airport in Madhya Pradesh. And from here, the big cats will be taken to Kuno National Park.
Ashutosh continues to be with us, getting us those pictures of the cheetahs. Ashutosh, in fact, continue to tell us a little more about in how many moments, really, how many minutes is that flight going to be landing?
और नामीबिया से आया हुआ वो विशेष विमान, ये देखिए किसी भी क्षण ये वो अद्भुत तस्वीरें जिसका इंतजार हिंदुस्तान कर रहा था। ये 8 चीते विशेष कैरेज में रखे हुए विशेष बोइंग 747 के जरिए 11 घंटे की लंबी यात्रा, और अब इसके बाद ये विमान देखिए पूरी खूबसूरती से उतरता हुआ। और ये विशेष इसीलिए है क्योंकि इसका इंतजार हिंदुस्तान को था, जिसमें आ रहे हैं हमारे मेहमान 8 चीते। ये देखिए ये पहला था जिसमें आप देखिए शेर का मुंह बना हुआ है, सामने शेर जैसी ये शक्ल, और ये विमान अब सीधे ग्वालियर अंतर्राष्ट्रीय हवाई अड्डे पर उतरता हुआ, और इसी में आ रहे हैं हमारे विशेष मेहमान। और यहां पर कस्टम इमिग्रेशन प्रोसेस पूरा करने के बाद उसके बाद तुरंत इन्हें यहां से लगभग अगले 20 मिनट में एयरफोर्स के विशेष हेलीकॉप्टर्स के जरिए रवाना कर दिया जाएगा कूनो नेशनल पार्क में। सीधी तस्वीरें ग्वालियर अंतर्राष्ट्रीय एयरपोर्ट पर। अब जो एक प्रक्रिया है वो होगी कस्टम की, इमिग्रेशन की, क्योंकि उनके साथ कुछ तकनीकी मशीनरी भी आ रही है, कुछ स्टाफ भी है, और उसके बाद सीधी तस्वीरें आपको दिखाएं यहां से। और यहीं पर क्योंकि 9:30 बजे प्रधानमंत्री को भी आना है, इसीलिए व्यवस्थाएं आप यहां पर देख पा रहे हैं। लेकिन वो एक खूबसूरत झलक, वो विशेष विमान जिसमें आए हैं हिंदुस्तान के मेहमान, बस यहां से अगले 20 मिनट में दूसरी वो तस्वीरें भी दिखाई देंगी जब हेलीकॉप्टर में इन्हें यहां से लेकर सीधे कूनो नेशनल पार्क के लिए रवाना कर दिया जाएगा। ग्वालियर अंतर्राष्ट्रीय एयरपोर्ट से अनिल जायसवाल के साथ में आशुतोष मिश्रा, आज तक।
We saw on your screens right now exclusive pictures of the plane with the cheetahs that are just arriving at Gwalior's Maharajpura Air Base. This is operated by the Indian Air Force, and they will be flown about an hour from now in an Indian Air Force Chinook heavy lift helicopter to the Kuno National Park. What we understand is that the cats are under very mild sedation, but they're not tranquilized. In fact, the world's leading expert on cheetahs, who is on the jet with the big cats, Dr. Laurie Marker, has spoken about the fact that the cheetahs are doing well. The cheetahs bound for India, remember, are aged between 2 and 5 years. The males are between the age of 4.5 to 5.5 years of age. India, remember, was home to these Asiatic cheetahs, but the species was declared extinct domestically 70 years ago in the year 1952. It's ghar wapasi in every sense of the word, for the big cats are being brought to India from Namibia as part of an intercontinental translocation project. The Kuno National Park, which is located in MP's Shiopo district, is about 165 kilometers from Gwalior. Pictures of the cargo plane that is carrying 8 of those cheetahs on your screens, exclusive right here on India Today. They are in fact going to be touching down any moment right now. And then from an hour from now, it is in fact landing as we see on our screens. That special cargo plane has landed at the Gwalior Maharajpur Air Base. This is operated by the Indian Air Force. Exactly an hour from now, when the formalities are done, they will be flown in an Indian Air Force Chinook heavy lift helicopter to the Kuno National Park, where they are going to be released into the wild by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. These are pictures of, in fact, a few moments ago of the 8 cheetahs in the special cargo flight operated by the Indian Air Force, and it has now landed at Gwalior's Maharajpur Air Base. In an hour from now, they will be taken to the Kuno National Park and they will and they will be flown in an Indian Air Force Chinook heavy lift helicopter. The cats are under mild sedation. They've not been tranquilized. They're looking great, is what Dr. Laurie Marker, the world's leading expert on cheetahs, has said. She's on the jet with the big cats. Indian Air Force choppers, in fact, are going to be taking the cheetahs to the Kuno National Park, where they're going to be released to the wild by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. It's a big occasion, given that 70 years later, in fact, the cheetahs are going to be having a ghar wapasi of sorts. They are all set to put in India after 70 years in the year 1952, after they were declared extinct. These are eight big cats to be arriving to the Kuno National Park. They've already arrived in Gwalior. As you can see on your screens right now, that's the special cargo, which is in fact ferrying 8 of these cheetahs to Gwalior. They've already arrived in Gwalior. Ashutosh continues to be with us. Approximately in an hour from now, they will be taken to the Kuno National Park. After all the formalities, Ashutosh, are going to be done. Just take us through how the logistics of this, Ashutosh, is going to be worked out.
Well, it may not take an hour, Sneha, because remember everything is already put on standby, and since 9:30 also the Prime Minister has to arrive here. From here he'll fly to Kuno National Park, and further logistic arrangements need to be done. Hence these precats need to reach there in advance. Of course, what we know that custom processes will be initiated and the immigration process, and for that exactly the staff is put on standby, because there are foreign staff as well, and Indian officials also coming on board. So the immigration process will take, and also satellite collar, other machineries, tracking device, tranquilizers, and other all machineries that are put across. So of course the custom process also required. So for that the staff is put on standby. That will take pre 10 to 15 minutes, and then a deboarding and boarding further to the Air Force helicopters. That will take another 15-20 minutes. So what we know that another 30 minutes, 35 minutes from now, we will see the Air Force helicopters right behind me at the tarmac will be flying to Kuno National Park, and by another 30 minutes they will be reaching at Kuno National Park. So within an hour they will be at Kuno National Park. What we given to understand, since everything is already prepared by the Air Force security, the Air Force station, and also the local administration, who's working in synergy with each other. Sneha.
You know, Ashutosh, a lot of curiosity has been built around these cheetahs. You know, how are they really traveling? Just break this down for us. I do understand that they're empty stomach right now, and also what we know is that they're under mild sedation. Obviously, it's going to be a very distressful situation for these animals, and that they're going to be eased into this natural habitat of the Kuno National Park. They've not been tranquilized also, isn't it?
Well, that's exactly why the team of doctors were on board, keeping a close eye on these cats. And when they, arrive, once they are left in the Kuno National Park in their particular containment areas where they'll be restricted to certain limits, and of course they will be monitored as far as health is concerned. And for these tigers, this climate, the environment is really gonna be totally new. Given understand that it's already a monsoon season, we're seeing humidity in Namibia. It's totally a dry season, so that could be one factor. But of course these all cats are prepared, and whether the other the geographical conditions was considered by the staff at CFF in Namibia. So everything since has been worked upon, the data has been shared, the staff has been trained. That may not be really difficult when it comes to acclimatization. It may take maximum a month, and once they arrive, since everything is being worked with the Namibian authorities, the SCFF and the Kuno National Park, it may not be really as difficult as it may sound like.
Ashutosh, I'm going to be coming back to you for more details on that story.